Still do that.
I feel like it brings the energy. They know we coming.
That was a little weak, though.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try. I really was trying to get into that cup that you
yes!
were drinking
Look
out
at
of.
this cup!
Ain't it super cool?
Cute.
Yes, thank us later. And
I love this. You know, I have
on...
this on my what I have, like, when you know you do the at the end of the year and you do all your pictures for social media, but like, oh, like whatever, and then this comes up.
I love that for us
because this is a really nice.
This is a really good cup,
and it's like the essence, you know, of us.
Yeah.
You know,
nobody needs to touch my cup. Nobody is allowed to drink out of that cup at my house.
Okay, that's a little extreme.
No, I think it's a really big deal.
Welcome back to Think Is Later podcast. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Angel.
Too extreme.
We back again, y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna give so much.
Legs.
Not gonna...
Do that runs in y'all family.
Big legs.
Y'all got big legs.
Big legs. Yes, and that's so funny that you said that.
Is it the slappy side or what side is it?
I would say it's the slappy side.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Y'all got some big legs.
I literally was speaking to that. So back in the 90s, I feel like when girls wore shorts, they had skinny legs. And I always felt a little bit like they would have smaller legs. Like think about Aaliyah, all of the 90s girls, Maya, when they wore
you're
shorts.
talking about celebrity.
But period. Like when you seen them wearing shorts.
Maya didn't have skinny legs.
You don't think so?
She was a little thick.
I guess compared to, I just felt like mine was always.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
So when I was younger, I felt like, okay, this could be a way that a girl could feel like a little insecure because it's like you see smaller legs and then you don't want to wear shorts.
Absolutely.
So in my family, what they used to do is, it took it back when I was doing my little inner child healing and stuff. I realized that a lot of the ladies, whenever I wore shirts, they're like, oh my God, look at your big pretty legs. And I'm like, ooh, like you don't know how you speaking to somebody insecurity. So sometimes you should like speak to girls like that. Like, hey, beautiful, you have big pretty eyes. Because girls that have big eyes, they could be self-conscious.
Yeah, they be squinting in them pictures like this. Yeah.
Or what about girls with big foreheads? I was a girl with big forehead.
I've never met a person with big forehead.
Really? That's the thing. People gave you a hard time. It was the days of when they said you had a 5 head. Like your whole head.
I know men, but I didn't know women have big foreheads.
Man, that's the big thing. Until Rihanna came out, it was not a cool thing.
She do got a big forehead.
It was not a good thing. It was rough.
Is it a good thing now?
I think, to me,
acceptable.
It's like girls pull their hair back and show their foreheads now. Back then, a lot of girls wore bangs to cover it up.
Absolutely.
You didn't see nobody really showing off their forehead. And if you was, it's like, okay, 5 head.
Other people have this. Like my sister, my half sister, she has little ears. She get them from our dad, and she can't stand it, so she always cover them. I'm like, stop! Like your ears are cute, but it's funny. My son has like kind of like the same form, but I don't think his ears that little, but they're kind of like the same. And she was like, no, I hate my ears, but she's beautiful. And I'm just like, girl,
it'd be the littlest thing. And I thought about that. I thought about like. Growing up, I'm like, they're like, oh, hey, big pretty lips. So I always wear shorts. When the capris came out, I'm putting on capris because I felt like, oh, okay, y'all think it's pretty?
Yeah.
You know, so I think that.
I always love legs.
Yeah.
I was a leg girl. Like, it was this girl in high school, and she had some really beautiful legs, and I loved her legs.
It wasn't a thing until you grew up and you started wearing the boots that come up, and I'm like, oh,
the thigh highs.
My calves can fit.
Your calves can fit.
My calves can fit because it's girls that they have the skinny.
I know, no, my
and they loose boots.
Yeah, my cousin, she has big legs and she cannot get even with the wide calf.
Mine's can
her
fit.
calves are too.
Okay, so she got some strong ones. Yeah, okay.
So what are we talking about today, friend?
Oh, this one is a deep but necessary one. It is the internal appraisal.
Yeah.
What do you think about
that? What is it about that?
When I think about internal appraisal, I think about Tyler Perry. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, stay with it, y'all. Tyler Perry paid Cicely Tyson $1 million for one movie.
Okay.
And he felt like it's because she had been underpaid her whole life, and he felt like in her lifetime he wants to show that she's valuable.
Okay.
So he paid her what he felt like you're worth.
Oh, like the same thing he did with like what's her name? Taraji Henson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I think about internal appraisal, I'm like, okay, so what if you don't know your worth, your value? Like in homes, you be, oh, I want to buy this house. I'm gonna pay $300,000 for appraisal come in. What? $200,000 is only valued at that. So you thinking, oh no,
yeah, what we got this in the basement and this and I just put new tile in. It's like it don't matter.
You ain't think about all that. And so even with Cicely, like I'm just happy to be working at 90 probably. Yeah. Tyler like no, like you did a lot for us. So I want to pay you what you worth.
I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah. So I feel like that's what I think about when I think of internal appraisal.
Yeah, you have to take inventory of your worth.
And for me, I feel like when you take inventory of your worth, it just doesn't mean like maybe in work. It's so many layers to it. Like, what's your worth at your job? What's your worth as a mother? What's your worth as a wife? As a friend? As
Sister,
a family member? Yeah.
Daughter.
Yeah. What about you? What do you get from internal appraisal?
Basically the same thing. But you know, I was looking it up and it was saying like 80% of women struggle with low self-esteem and they shy away from being their own self-advocate at work.
Ooh.
80% of women.
80%.
So not just black women, but women in general.
That's so good. That's crazy you speak on that. I had a like what am I gonna call it? A situation. Okay.
At work?
At work. And this was I'll say a month ago. So for me, I feel like I'm growing in my career. And it was an opportunity that was rolled out for me to like, hey, you need to speak in front of a lot of people. You need to roll out this. This is your baby. You do what you want with it, because I got a couple of mentors now. So the mentor was like, I want you to, you're a penny. You're a shiny penny, but you like to hide. Like, we want you to shine it up and show the people because you like to stay in the background, but we know you know so much, but you kind of like, you be like, I don't really want to do all that. It's time for you to kind of like, show that you're a shiny penny. So I was like, oh, okay, so how do I do that? And the mentor was like, you got to start getting up in front. So this opportunity came. I'm preparing for it. So I take it to one of the higher ups and I'm mentioning to him. I'm like, hey, I got this opportunity. I'm about to be rolling out this IT plan. I'm going to tell it to everybody. And already I'm nervous because I haven't been speaking in front of people in a long time, So I'm just sharing with him. And he was like, oh, I think this would be a good opportunity for Jake. So it's a guy, and I was like, well, dang, this is my baby. In my head, I'm thinking like, damn, I didn't come in here
I didn't come to tell you that I needed assistance. I'm just like letting you know I'm venting and letting you know this opportunity has come up.
And support me. That's really what, encourage me. What can I do? How can you help me?
Yeah.
And so I left there. I left there feeling like, dang, he just like took over. Because he's like, yeah, I'm going to let him know. He'll get on it with you. He'll do this portion. You do that portion. That's that. I was feeling the way because I'm like, that did not go how I wanted it to go. So
and you didn't want to say anything at that time?
At that time, I was processing it still.
Gotcha.
Because I feel like I'm still, like, we all adults, but we still grown and learning how to navigate certain conversations. And then I'm in the professional setting at that. So, yeah, with you, I'd be like, no, that's foul. I know you lying.
Right.
It's mine,
but with a higher up and things like that, you had needed time to process it.
I definitely did. And I was like, okay, Angel, this is God saying, hey, how you going to handle this? Like, do you want to grow or do you want to? Because what I would do is bring my Homer Simpson out, isolate, and probably never talk to that man again. I hate you. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
So
you hate him. That's
not hate.
Okay.
But
strong
dislike. Like the energy is going to be off. You. Yeah, because now you show me that. Why you think that I can't handle
Jake over here?
Yeah, and I'm already feeling away.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling like, hey, can I do this? Am I worth going up there in front of all these people talking?
Right.
Am I capable? Like, I'm struggling with these things. So then you add that where it's like, oh, no, you ain't got it. Like, you're going to need some help.
Him. You need Jake. Right.
So I was talking to my dad. And my daddy so I'm the only girl. So I was like, yeah, daddy, he just kind of made me so mad because he said, like, he going to put Jake on it with me. He's like, why would he do that? He don't think you can handle it on your own? Like, you can speak in front of people. You've been speaking in front of people before. You just got out of that, but you can handle that whole project by yourself. He shouldn't have did that. He was like, that's, what's the word? Well, not a feminist.
Misogynist?
Misogynist, yes. Gotcha. That's what he said, misogynistic. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, yeah, it is. So I had already been thinking it, but it was like, oh, shit. Like, somebody made me feel like, you right. Step up for yourself.
That's self-advocacy.
I'm still in my ways. I was so distraught about it. I went home. I'm hugging Kenny because I just want to be held at that point. Because I'm like, damn, I'm dealing with all these flood of emotions. Somebody hold me. So he's like, it's okay. Like, that's wrong. You should, you should speak up. And I'm like, I am. I got to speak up. It's bothering me so much. I called you all.
Yeah.
Called my friends. I vented. And I'm like, dang, y'all, I'm hurt. So the next day, the encounter with us was the energy was off. Not for him, because he feel like, hey, we're good. Hi and through Jake
you
on
was
here.
like,
don't say good morning. You know
right,
me.
I
I'm
don't know
shut
you.
down. Like, act like I ain't here. Headphones in. Like, no good morning, no
That's a
nothing.
defense mechanism.
It was that. Felt like I was going back to that 12-year-old girl. You know, you mad, you go to your room and shut your door. And I was like, dang, I do not want to be like that. So it was a one-on-one. I'm like, okay, we're going to go off the floor and have a one-on-one. And I was like, hey, man. He was like, you got anything else you want to add, today? Tell me about anything. Is everything going good? And I was like, I just want to add that I didn't like the way you handled things yesterday. I was like, I'm 100% capable of handling this opportunity that was given to me. I don't feel like Jake should share my spotlight. Honestly, I don't mind. I'm not a person,
Yeah, you're very generous. You're all about that life. And you want to help, elevate other people. But this is your moment.
And I said, I'm valued. I value and I deserve this moment. This is my moment. I want it. And I feel like the way you handled it, you didn't see that. And I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel heard. And I felt like you don't know my worth. Even though Jake knows that I know it. You can't see that I know it because you're so stuck on him. He's very loud. I can see how that goes. But he demands. He demands respect when he walks around. I'm working to get there. But I can't do that if you don't see me as a valuable player as well. So he was like, I really respect you coming to tell me that, because this could have been something that got swept under the rug. I would have probably did it again, not knowing that I was wrong.
Because I don't play by my friend.
And I would have been, he's like, and I would have been sitting here thinking that, oh yeah, you love it up there. You share,
gotcha.
If you wouldn't have spoke up, I wouldn't have known. And he felt so horrible because he's like, that was not my intent. Yeah, I mean, as you should. But it was like, he's like, I wasn't aware. I was looking at it from.
Men don't. They don't.
And I was like, I was happy that we had this conversation.
Yeah.
Because
we
can
move forward and do that again to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
How you feel about that now?
I feel stronger.
So can you have those conversations in the moment, or do you still need time to process it?
I think I'm still going to need to process things, because I want to make sure that I'm thinking about everybody.
You're not going off on emotion.
Yeah, because if I would have did it that day,
you probably would have got fired.
No, not fired, because he wouldn't have told, but it would have been like, hey, bring in somebody. What's going on? He done made this lady cry, but I had to think about it.
Oh, you were that angry, the tears.
Oh, yeah. I was angry because it was fresh. It was like, oh, I got this opportunity. I'm already psyching myself up to do it. So then you add that in there. It's like, what's going on? So I just feel like that was a moment that showed me, like, you are valuable. You spoke up. You understood that you deserved that.
That's good communication.
And I feel like, yeah.
What the girls say? You're a good communicator.
Effective communicator.
Effective communicator.
Very well spoken.
Still on site for her. Still on site for her.
So, yeah, I feel like somebody like Cicely, who was an iconic, actor for so long, a lot of people didn't see that. She wouldn't have been looked at until Tyler said, y'all see what she done did now. Y'all should have been bought her. Or Taraji. Taraji said she ain't never paid. She was in Baby Boy. We see Baby Boy.
I watch Baby Boy like every quarter.
Yeah, she wasn't getting paid nothing.
Well, that's her fault.
She didn't know.
You gotta self-advocate for yourself.
You're right.
You have to. But I think we shy away from that because you have the insecurities of like, oh, am I worth it? Can I get that? Whatever the case may be. So that's why I feel like, I know that's why I do it, but then other times you feel like, no, I'm that girl. No, give me my props. Give me my money. So.
Do you do like affirmations? That's what I've been kind of thinking about.
I used to. Mm-hmm. I used to. Now I do scriptures.
Okay.
And that's what I do. Ooh. Yeah. I do scriptures. I have scriptures and I have a prayer board. And so that's what I go to when I need that uplifting or that recharge or something like that, when I'm feeling down about something. So, or feeling insecure about something, or worried, or I don't know. Like this season I'm in currently is like, I am a ghetto stay-at-home mama.
Okay.
But I am trying to get back into the work field. And it's like, I'm feeling like, dang, but I'm like, oh, well, should I take a lesser pay because whatever? But no. I know this stuff. I've been doing this stuff. I've been working since I was 19. Like, what's my salary demand? 60.
Yes.
80. What are you saying? Yes. What I'm doing? So, like, I have to remind myself, because you can dumb yourself down.
Yeah. And they can talk you into
And they will.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
She don't know nothing. She don't know her value.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I worked at CVS for like 2 days. Well, it was really 3 days. So what happened was I was like, it was like a second job, and I worked there, and then like, but the lady was like, "Why are you trying to be just like an associate? It's like you should be like a assistant manager." And I'm like, she was like, "Look at your like," she was like, "your resume," and I was like, "Girl, I don't do that. Like, what are you talking about?" But it was just so funny because she was like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you applying for something else?" But I quit because Kobe had died, and they wouldn't let me get off of work, and I needed to go grieve because like someone walked in, he was like, "Did you hear Kobe Bryant? He just got in a helicopter crash," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I gotta go home," and they were like, "No, girl," and I was like, "Oh, I'm about to go in my car," and I never came back.
Yeah, I get it. That was emotional. That was a
Yeah.
lie. Grown man was crying. Like, I'm telling you, like there was a
Yeah,
depression.
well,
That
he
was
wasn't my husband
serious.
at the time, but my ex boyfriend at the time turned my husband. He didn't answer the phone because you know he
Yeah.
loved Kobe, and he wouldn't answer the phone.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah, it was. But anyway, I said all to
Yes.
say people also see your value, and she was a woman, and so I was like, so after that, I stopped doing that. Like I'm not going for this position. I'm going for this position. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, it's a few questions that you're supposed to ask yourself. Like when
Okay.
you're trying to appraise your value, your eternal value when it comes to relationships. So it could be a friend, a family, anybody. So the question that you would ask so you can understand your value in those people's lives would be, am I value here or am I just useful? Do
What's
I
the difference?
So you can be there and they could be using you. They could just be, hey, I call on her, girl. You know she good with the computer. She gonna print some stuff
Oh
out.
my goodness.
She gonna come in with the something, you know. Or oh yeah, call her to come early because she gonna help us set up and she gonna clean up after the event is over with. You know they don't value you being there, your presence. It's like let's put you to work. Okay, that's what you here for. That's your purpose. And no, like they shouldn't. Another question would be, do I feel seen, heard, or just available and expected? So that comes with the boundaries of, are you showing up everywhere? And they like, yeah, she gonna be there. She always gonna be there. She available. Come on, call her. She ain't doing nothing. You gonna be there all the time. Or it's like, no, I want you to come.
Oh, I know someone like that. Well, that happened to her. A situation, she was always there for her friend, and the one time she was like, "I can't do it," the friend got mad at her.
That's the people that you got to put the boundary up because they're showing you they
Yeah.
don't understand your worth. They don't want, they don't
And it was
want
her
you.
birthday weekend, and she was like, she wanted her to do her a favor or whatever. And she was like, "No, like I don't have time." And she was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine," and didn't talk to her for like weeks.
Yeah, that's how you
That's the
start.
thing.
Yeah, she's showing you. She's showing you. She don't value.
Yeah.
Am I overcompensating or is this a mutual exchange of energy, love, and respect?
What's
So,
that?
so you could be in a friend group. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call her up. I'm gonna vent. She vent. It's okay. It's time to go.
Baby,
I
Freddie,
didn't
do
say
that to
really.
me.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Freddie, do that to
These questions wasn't for
me.
you.
So no, literally, I have, and it's not just friends, it's family. Like they'll call me and they event, and I'll be like, "Oh my goodness!" And I'll, if they want some insight or whatever, and we'll dig deep or whatever. And it'll be like an hour go by, and then I'm like, well, I don't really vent to people, but I'll talk about something, and they be like, "Oh yeah, girl, what? Oh, that is crazy. Let me call you back."
Yeah, it has to
And
be a
I'll be like,
mutual exchange.
wow. And so then now I don't answer the phone.
So that's when you start seeing how is that relationship value? What is the internal appraisal on that relationship? No, I'm there for them, but really?
But sometimes you can just be there for people and not, you know what I mean? Like that's the way I look at it, especially when it comes to family. It's fine. Like I know that's what you're about. I know who you are. So if that's all you want, just you need me to vent, because they'll text me or call me, or mostly text and be like, "Tiff, thank you so much. I appreciate you," and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. I just leave it like that. It don't have to be, a two-way street.
I don't think that is necessary.
You don't think that's okay?
Though. Yeah, I just feel like
because you looking like no.
No, I don't agree with that. I just feel like I'm at the place in my life where everything is intentional and people have to be purposeful. So even if because you can't drain me and think that this is the norm, and not even drain, because I don't mind.
But do you voice you being drained?
It's not a voice
because they don't know.
Say I do this. No, I'm good because I don't have these people like this. It's just you have to reciprocate. So say I'm calling you and you vent. Oh, you gonna vent. But then say if I do have something to say and then you like, oh girl, I got to go. Then I'm realize, oh, we're not on that stage where I could feel comfortable telling you nothing like that. That you're showing me that it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
But
maybe it does matter. They just never had to do that because no one ever demanded that from them.
yeah, and maybe you should say something so you can bring them up a level. If you want them,
No, you
to
can't
stay,
say something, but they still, don't
Yeah.
change.
Okay, well
So
that's
you
when
have to accept them who they are,
you can.
and you have to make that decision whether you're going to be still in that person's life or not.
I'm putting them down on my appraisal list. Okay.
Okay.
I'm letting you know you ain't a $300,000 house. So you keep on doing that. You're gonna get that mutual exchange, okay?
Yeah.
So they said that the people you keep close are an extension of how you love yourself. So that actually speaks to that. So that's what I was getting to. So we can say, oh, we let you go on, get off, do what you want. You ain't gotta say nothing. But really that extension of you. So then when you go out and you like, well, dang, people talking about how she don't never show up for that person. You hear a lot of that. Well, that's my friend. Y'all don't talk about her. It's an extension of who you are because you've accepted this behavior as well. So you don't think nothing of yourself to say, oh, it's okay. You could just not care about.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what they're saying.
I'm learning something today.
All right. So I just feel like
I'm taking an internal appraisal.
and this is what it's for, because some people be like, oh, it's just about you. Get your stuff together. You doing X, Y, and Z. It's really you're supposed to do it on everybody in your life and you.
That's true.
And when you do it on you, you're going to be like, okay, I ain't show up for that. I missed this event. It was her birthday and I missed every year, or just anything. You ain't there for them. Oh, celebrations. Oh, I'll get to her. I'll tell her congratulations before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah.
You got to make people feel like they matter in your life.
Especially the things that matter to them.
Mm-hmm. Or, you'll be one of the people that's fixing up the flooring and then the bathroom jacked up and then you wondering why the appraiser came out there and he said that you only get.
They be doing all the things, don't they?
They just like, oh, I thought that we was going to throw some paint on the wall and then the bathroom over there, the plumbing is gone.
But you never know, because speaking of like actual home appraisals, we had got our home appraised like some years ago and very surprised about the number. But we didn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I say all that. Say we did nothing to the house.
Just the market too.
That's true.
The value in the neighborhoods, you will see it. Where the older people that has been living in the neighborhoods for so long, they gone.
Yeah.
Like
not on my street.
My people cleaned out. Them old people in that neighborhood,
okay.
Chuck. I love Chuck. Chuck will come across the street and be like, y'all need, like, I'm like, the furnace is out, Chuck. Hold on, let me go down there and see. I miss them old people. The young people that moved in.
Oh, you got young people on your
block.
It's
not now. Young. It's like middle age. It's like
middle
family.
Age.
So they about 45 to 50.
That's middle age now?
I mean, they got a family. They settled down. They ain't out in the streets. We trying to settle down.
Them 45s be in the streets, man.
They do. But no, these people, they over there, they with the families. Like,
but the older people are gone.
The older people, like the people that is like, yeah, such and such down the block, this and that, those.
I still got that.
They talking to the mailman,
Yeah, I still got that.
Oh, when them values in the house, they went, and I think
and she keeps saying it. Like especially my next door neighbor, Carol. She's like, every year she gonna say she says she gonna move. Every year she never do.
Cause
but she's been there. I think she said she's been on that block for 37 years.
She better take that money and run.
Every year she says she's gonna move. She do stuff to her house all the time.
She's just getting ready for that rainy day. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what relationship in your life is most nourishing and why? Go deep. I told you we going deep.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was saying I guess I hate to be cliche, but my marriage.
Mm-hmm. Should be.
Yeah.
You talking about
not
cliche.
Should be.
I'm questioning why you was taking a pause, Kev. Kev, if you watching this, I'm just wondering why she took a pause.
No, because I didn't want to be cliche. I wanted to be outside of that.
Mm-hmm. No, it should be.
But yeah, it would be that because I've grown with him. So when we first met, I was in a dark place, all the things. And I tell the story all the time. I say, he was like, in order to date me, you got to go to church. I was like, this nigga. So I went anyway. And then I start, of course, develop my own relationship with God. So he continued to pour into me. And like, when I had bad times and bad moments, he'd be like, his whole thing, he said this today, he was like, when you're unhappy, I'm unhappy. So I have to make you happy.
That's deep.
And so we would just do that. And now that we're married, it's still the same way. Like, I'll vent to him about things or tell him, disappointments, whatever the case may be. And he always it's like he's solution. Like, I got to find it. But he's like, I try to do that for him. He's like, no, I'm fine. Like, it's all about me. Like, he was like, if you good, I'm good.
No, he should do an internal appraisal as well.
Child
Okay, so another
What about for you?
Oh, for me, it's going to be Henny. We
Yeah.
grew up together. I always felt like he actually pushes me to open up more. Like, if it was up to me, I'll shut down, go on by my business. He actually is like, nope, something wrong. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. And over time, I became more and more comfortable with sharing, which I can close off quick. But
Absolutely.
that's somebody that is like, and this is so weird to say, but I've always said this. I was like, oh yeah, we're married, but I feel like you're my blood. Like, you're mine. Like, we're that
But you
connected.
know how I feel about it. Yesterday we were talking, and friend, I don't know what. Oh, I do know what you're talking about. So we were talking about my in-laws, and friend goes, "Yeah, because we were talking about in-laws and Kevin, and we were like, she was like, yeah, because that's his immediate family." I said, no.
She did check me quick.
I'm his immediate family.
Yeah, and I didn't understand.
And so you are blood. That is your immediate family.
And you saying that because that's when I think, because you just grow up, and you thinking, okay, this is your sister,
right.
But when you said, I was like, oh yeah, you're absolutely
Once you get married, that's your immediate family.
Yeah, your wife and your children. Yep.
Or even without your children. That's a lot of people say, they'll be like, oh, because they be like, oh, they're growing their family and all that. You are family. You and your husband, and then you addition to. Your children are addition to.
That's right. My mom always used to make sure that we was clear on that.
Like, she didn't play with you?
Yeah, she was like, first it's God.
Okay.
And then it's me and your dad.
Okay.
And then we tend to y'all. And I was like, this lady's so extra. Like,
but that's
why you
the
gotta
truth,
keep
though.
it? But she was so adamant about it. Like,
you have to know.
I literally be rolling my eyes like, lady, like,
you have to know.
But I get it now. Like, I'm like, oh, she's trying to get us to know the order of things. So I get it. When everybody having them arguments online about who eat first, I'm like, and should be over here. First it's God. Then it's
God gonna eat first. You gotta make that plate.
God, say your prayers
and
first.
Then her husband.
Yes, and then
y'all.
Yeah, so she'll be, if she was on Facebook. She ain't.
But they had this argument. Who eat first?
They have so many of those arguments.
Yeah,
that's a repeat argument. It's like, feed the people.
Just everybody.
I'm hungry. I'm sitting up for y'all arguing, trying to count plates.
Wow.
Okay. Another question. Do you have any areas where you feel like you're consistently overextending yourself to maintain peace?
I used to.
Okay.
I feel like with friends, certain friend groups. And I would go above and beyond to do certain stuff to keep the peace, or just for them to, everybody be happy. But I stopped. Yeah, because it's not my responsibility. And then plus, again, I took a page out of your book. It's like my family, like my family, Kevin and Cairo, they come first. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't be everything to everyone, but I have to be everything for them.
That just sounds so uncomfortable to me when I think about it. When they say overextending yourself in certain groups, because people want you to do that.
They expect you,
and it's like, hey, why aren't you doing this?
And they don't understand why, because that's what they do. Well, that's not my fault. You ain't got nobody. And I can't help you with that, and most of my friends, their kids are grown, like they're older, like teenagers or whatever. So they're like, oh, we out here in these streets. I'm just starting.
And it's
I just got married. I just had a baby. Like,
sometimes people make you feel bad, like you ain't doing enough.
Yeah. I had someone tell me that. They were like, you're about to get married and then you're going to have kids and you're going to forget about me.
No, you won't forget about it. But I do think it's you're at that stage right now.
I am.
I do.
I don't know
like,
you.
Look,
I don't know the name.
You listen. Like, I know we all got chapters, and right now it's just like how we have to take a step back and realign. People got to give people grace for that.
Yeah.
People ready to check somebody off the list. Oh, okay, they got married. They started acting different. Oh, okay, they had a baby. You don't know what that person going through. They literally could be going through hell, and you worried about them not coming out with you.
Right.
That might have took a lot for them to even pack it up to get out there.
Honey, because it takes me a long time nowadays.
Yeah, you gotta.
Like, I have to do a run and start 2 hours.
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's right. It's only right.
And then Cairo will be like, go. It's time to go.
He said, I've been waiting here for too long. Okay, so do you ever feel like you have to become a certain version of yourself when you're around?
Never.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
I
literally always say
all the time.
Yeah, you are always showing
I'm never changing.
That's how we
I've been like that since I was a kid. Yep. I'm her.
Yeah, you are.
Like my cousin did that at our wedding. She did it her speech, and she said that she was like, you've never changed. She was like, you've been the same since you were like a little girl. So she was like, good luck, Kevin.
But no, that's what I respected about you. You literally
Yeah, I
never
don't
changed up.
change.
Like, I'm just a girl. Like, when we was
Yeah.
working together, it's like,
Yeah.
who is this coming
Who
here
is
at
this out
8
girl?
a.m.?
Who is this girl?
But I was here for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like she is that way all the time.
Mhm.
I love that.
I've never changed.
Yeah, I love that. That's what I like when people are consistent, you know? Okay, so another question that they would like for us to ask when we're doing an internal appraisal on things, people around us is, am I building with these people or am I being built on? And yeah, that's the one thing that just goes back to being intentional about the people you're around. And it could be the same vice versa for them. They could be feeling like you coming on there trying to, you know, build on top of them. So not every relationship is meant to graduate with you. What did you feel about that quote?
You know how I feel about that quote.
Yeah.
I believe that reasons, seasons, and lifetimes. My mom always told me that. She said that when the girls used to talk and be gossiping in middle school, and she was like, these people are not going to be here all the time. She was like, they might not be. Only one of them, by the way, Stephanie, my friend. We've been friends since we were in 6th grade. But everybody else, no, because my mom's like, you're not going to always be here. They might be here for a season, reason, or a lifetime.
Mamas be knowing, don't they?
They do.
They'll tell you in a minute.
And the thing about it is my mom don't even have friends.
Okay.
So for her to know that, like, yeah. But you still go through that as an adult, because I have.
Do you think that every woman needs to have a friend group?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. I feel strongly
I think people
about
that don't have friends are weird.
Okay, it scares me a little bit.
Weird.
Like, you don't lead
like,
in.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, don't lead in with,
what's wrong
I don't have any friends.
No, they don't lead with that. They be like, I don't like women. I don't like, you know, girls, whatever. Like, that's what they lead with. And I be like, and I stopped talking to them because I'm like, oh, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't say you're supposed to have a plethora of friends, because I have a lot of friend groups, but you ain't got, like, really your starting 5. Like, oh, that's scary.
Like, what is it about you that you can't coexist with other women? Like, do they make you feel your way?
I know men that don't have no friends.
Yeah.
I don't know of someone, because I don't know him. I know of someone that got married last year, and he doesn't have friends. When I mean he doesn't have friends, so her friends, spouses, and significant others had to stand in for him.
I want, but then you know, I want.
How you ain't got no friends?
But people do that, so it could be some people that, like, they might have got bullied as a kid, and then they that's traumatic, and then they stray away from making friends later in life.
Because they don't know how.
Yeah, so then you become socially awkward a little bit, so then it's not as easy for you. Because you see those people that are socially awkward, because some people will, like, take offense to it. They're like, oh, that girl's rude, or this and that. Rude is she gonna be loud and be rude. I'm intentionally making you feel away. Some of the people that just be moving around is like, I understand, like, oh, they just a little socially awkward. They just don't know. So I like to make them comfortable. I used to be shy.
And but it started when I was little. My mom, she told me this, literally, and I did it. You could ask my friend Fee when I met her at Quicken. She was like, just go up to someone, like, hi, my name is Tiffany. What's your name? And I would just do that. But I, of course, jazzed it up as I got older. But she was like, that's how you break the ice. And then I just made a whole bunch of friends.
Because, I mean,
and I make you be my friend, though. Yeah. Like, everyone say that.
Yeah.
Like, I made you be my friend.
Yes, you was there early in the morning. I'm like, like, I showed for work early, like, before, you know, and I'm like, oh, she over there talking. Like, I ain't even been in the kitchen to get my coffee yet. I'm like, oh, at this point, good morning. So
I didn't think about that. People are socially awkward because they don't know how to be friends.
Yeah, I always get them grace, because I'm like, nah, if you come and you bump me, I'm like, nah, bitch.
But how you 30-something, you don't have one friend?
That's weird. Or the women that don't have friends, and then when they get married, they're like, all I need is my man. Let that man breathe a little bit.
And then that's messed up, because then he feels some type of way when he want to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm not taking nobody hostage. Yeah, I feel like when we go through this and we do the internal appraisal, it kind of recognizes misalignment. Yeah. So a lot of time we be holding on to people and be like, yeah, she been like that forever. You know, she ain't hurt nobody. She don't show up for something. What do we expect? You know? But maybe.
Or she says these things, but she don't really mean it. She just be playing.
Now I got to explain my friend when I bring my friend around my friend.
Right.
You know, like, why do I have to come with a disclaimer?
Exactly.
We grown.
Yeah.
So I think that we should be able to.
Friend, I got a lot of disclaimers for people.
Ooh, that friend.
Like, she ain't mean. She just don't really like people.
I think that.
That's what I say.
I think that they don't want to change too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to change. Another thing that somebody said, I was reading this online. They said that some people are attached to your dysfunction because it matches theirs. So when you do go through your healing phases and stuff, and we go, we big on therapy. We don't play around,
I was passing out my therapist card, friend, for 4 years.
Yeah.
You should go see her. Go talk to her.
You should definitely get like a discount.
She did.
Okay, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, like 4 people went to her. No, 5 people went to her, and so like she would like charge me like $150 less. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's my girl. Shout out to Teresa. That's my girl.
Come on, T.
Come on, T.
Team Money.
Not Team Money. Girl, she
got that
her
money.
daddy was a part of the mafia.
T is not supposed to be telling her business.
She
though.
did. She said she got.
T, you there for her?
She said she was at a pool party, and
T,
she said that she was playing with this little girl. She was playing with this little girl and her little friend, and her daddy, the friend daddy, owed some money, and somebody just came in the backyard and took the friend. Babe,
that's traumatic, T. I don't know if T should be giving you advice. She might still be dealing with them wounds.
She might be.
You like, we have a good time in there though, huh?
Dude,
I switched my therapist, okay?
Oh, you did?
I switched it to a black man.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because
why a man?
A black man, because I feel like I am at the stage in my life where I want to be worked out mentally. Like, I could sit there and we can counsel, we could talk about the stuff, but this man, he is a psychiatrist.
Gotcha.
And when he's challenging me, so even like he ain't gonna just be over here just sitting on the couch and telling me about everything woe is me. It's kind of like he kind of pushes me to, hey, we're gonna do this homework. Like, let's see what role you played in this. Like, we can blame other people, but how can you change this? He gave me a few things. He said, what I suffer from is anticipatory worry. You ever heard of that?
No.
So it's like when you prepare yourself for like this, okay, the podcast shoot. So
I was wondering if she was gonna say it.
Right. I am 1,000% comfortable right now, right? I love it here.
Yes.
Because we're doing it. We're in this moment.
Right.
However,
prior
to, I will work my mental down.
She bought a couch.
I bought a couch.
She bought a couch, and I'm like, friend, we don't need no couch. I just in case.
I bought a new couch. I bought 2 new chairs. I bought the things to set up a whole studio just in case this studio does not work. So that's the anticipation. I'm holding on to what if something bad happens. You have to be prepared. So what you do, and when he was explaining this, you kind of take all your energy away from when you will need to be present. Because you working yourself, you're overworking yourself. When you can be focused on something and putting that energy somewhere else, like where you need to put it. So we work on exercises to like calm down your little anxieties,
Gotcha.
Focus on this and do affirmations where this will work out. This too shall pass. The future is positive. Like you have to tell yourself those things to reassure your mind that no, nothing bad happening. But it's hard because you adapted to this lifestyle of what some may look at it like, oh, she is so driven. Look, Angelina got it covered.
Yeah.
Well, this happened in some way. Oh, I got it. You said what? You forgot your sunblock at home. I got it. Why you packing so much luggage? You didn't pay over
That's me with Cairo, though.
Yeah.
That's me with Cairo. How can I say? Because I want to tell it, but I ain't gonna say her name. So when we went to Egypt, we, Cairo's still in diapers, and we went to Egypt, and this one of the people that was with us, she started her menstrual, and so she was like, "Can I get a diaper?" And I was like, "Okay, girl." And so I gave her 2, and then she came back and she needed another one, and then so when we came back home, we were in the line for customs. One of the other ladies, she was like, how many diapers did you pack? Like, how did you know how many diapers to pack? And I'm just like, well, he runs through 4 to 5 a day. I pack 6 for a day. She was like, wow. But I do that. And then I pack like 9 different outfits for him.
Yeah, I get it.
Plus another 2 for his other little bag. Like, it was a whole thing. Like, my luggage was so heavy.
I was carrying 2 diaper bags. I would keep a diaper bag in the car just in case I forgot to bring a diaper bag or somebody didn't have something. Even now, like, so sad to say. Summertime, my kids are 12 and 13. Why am I still packing, just an outfit just in case y'all mess up these outfits when we go out? But it's like a girl, why are you so worried about
You have to be.
Yeah, I get it.
You have to be, though.
But we're working on balancing that.
That's good. Shout out to your therapist.
Shout out to him.
What is it called again?
Anticipatory worry.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people deal with that.
I know.
And you feel so safe when you do it. Like you feel like, okay, like me, even though I have a whole couch and a whole
you
chairs and stuff.
Back?
Just sit. It's two. Look, y'all. It's
she
two living room sets in my living room.
She still ain't sent that back. That's crazy.
I feel and one of my friends, India, y'all go see her later in the show. She said, "Send the shit back today." And I said, "No, I can't. I've already committed. Like we're already here now."
Okay.
All right. So if you could choose any relationship, this is not including your husband, where you can be fully yourself and show up who you are. Who would that be?
It would be my mama.
Your mama.
My
okay.
mama. But it's anybody though.
Yeah, you are that way, but it's a deepness to it. So it's like
it's my mom, my grandmother.
Yeah. I could get that.
Especially my grandmother, May. Like all day. I'm like, and she loves it.
It gives nourishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it gives softness.
Yeah.
Calm. You can be whoever you want to be. I'm here. Well, I get that. That's my granny. Oh, I miss my granny. Yeah, that's how Mary was. I literally told my granny, I'm like, yeah, I don't want nobody in the room when I give birth but you and Kenny.
That's beautiful.
Like that, because she would do stuff like lotion your back. Like, why your hands feel like that? It's just so soothing.
Grannies are amazing.
Her smell will put me to sleep. You know, things like that. I was like grown, going and laying in her bed to go to sleep with her. So
my granny won't let me in her bed though. She'll let Kyra in her bed, but she won't let me.
What?
Yeah.
No, I was pregnant all in the bed with granny. She's like, do you need me to move over?
She's like, you want to sit on the side? Because what you do, she like, want to sit right there.
But like, you can't get in.
But Kyra can. That's fine.
I get it. It's an extension of you. You got to take what you can take. Yeah. You know what? So I know you said you have affirmations that are, well, yours is Bible verse, scripture. Yeah. So I got one for you, and it's Proverbs 27:19. As a face is reflected in water, so the heart reflects the real person. So they said basically it's like what shows up in your heart shows up in basically your relationship.
But it do, because I was saying that someone calls me mean. Like people, well, not someone. A lot of people call me mean, which is fine. It's whatever.
It's really
but I say the fruit of my relationships, friendships, all the relationships I've ever had in my life shows that I'm a great person, because people still like want to be
gravitate to you.
And they love me, and they, calling me and seeing how I am when I'm not, just doing my own thing. So I feel like, yeah.
And I think that could speak to how they felt like maybe they didn't feel like you gave them what they wanted. Some people have expectations of how you're supposed to show up for them or show up to them. Like, and it's like, oh, okay, well, she didn't show up the way I said she was supposed to show up.
I just think I'm too honest. And honesty, like when you're too honest, it makes you mean.
For some people.
Yeah.
Some people that don't understand your intent behind that.
Because I'm not being malicious. I'm just being real. Like, that's what it is. Why I can't tell the truth?
It's so funny because sometimes when people are being direct, you could see the shift where it's like, no, to me, that's clarity. Like, why would you not want nobody to be direct?
Though.
Yeah.
I've lived with it.
Yeah.
My husband calls me mean. I told you that.
What? Because you're just not so soft with exactly.
He be like, she's so mean.
He wants your delivery to like soften up a little bit.
He like, man, you mean, man. I'm like, no.
No, I don't think you mean it at all. Okay, so I just feel like so everything that we went over here today, basically out of all of this, I say that Tyler values everybody.
Are we talking about Tyler Perry?
Yes.
Why are you obsessed with this man?
I just feel
Did you see his new movie?
Which one? Beauty and Black?
No. I'm talking about it's on Netflix. I mean, not Netflix. It's on Amazon.
Which one? He had a few.
It just came out.
It's not
with Tyler Lepley and.
Oh yeah,
you saw it.
I knew where that was going before it ended, man.
Did you like it?
I knew where it was going, but I love Tyler Lepley. So, but I'm happy that Tyler is working with him because I think he was in 2 movies with Tyler.
He's in everything with him.
So he
employs people. It's really good.
I think he might have a house on his studio, like Tyler
Lepley.
Yeah. Him and his family just moved on into the studio. It's big.
Yeah.
They got trailers and everything. He probably just lived there. I can't
get with it, friend. I mean, me and Kevin was just talking about this yesterday. We were saying like how his movies used to be like good. Like I can stomach them. Like the Family Appraise.
Family Appraise is pretty much like what he's doing right now, though.
No.
Beauty
it wasn't
in Black.
predictable. It wasn't predictable.
Yeah.
It was like what? Like it was a.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was in his bag of trying to like do that Hollywood.
It what's the other one? The one Temptation.
You like that?
You didn't like Temptation?
It's not a favorite of mine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm like,
that was good.
Man, I'm a granny's baby. I grew up with Tyler Perry plays when they was on the DVDs.
See, no,
and the DVD
I don't.
Man
you
was
know,
giving them,
you know how I feel about plays.
I love it.
I can't stand
listen.
Oh, did you go and to the grocery store?
Yes, I love that. Come on, mic on the forehead. Give me the mic on the forehead.
I remember my cousin. She was like, because I never been to one of them, and she was like, "Oh, I got these tickets," and we was at the Fox, and she was like, "Yeah, we got the first row," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever, I'll go." And I was, oh my God, I went to the bathroom like 5 times.
You just to stay woke. That's not right.
I cannot. I don't like the singing and acting. I'm not that girl. That's why I don't like Sister Act.
I am. I love, look, singing and acting, Dreamgirls. That's the one. I'll go watch that one. Curtis,
I've seen it. I've
me.
watched it. And it was a good movie, but I've only seen it once when it came out on Christmas.
Once. I watched it like at least twice a year. Come on. That's a classic.
Well, that's how I am about my other movies.
Like so do you like Five Heartbeats?
Absolutely.
That's a singing.
It's different.
It's really not.
It's really good.
That's crazy. Temptations? What? Oh,
it's too long.
It is long, but
it's too long.
Know, it is long. It is.
But long. I like it though. I'll watch it like when it come on. I'll peep in
like
and
the
stuff.
Step.
And
I like the Step with the fellas. Yeah.
But no, you know, I'm like a romantic comedy girly.
I'm a gangster movie.
No, you're not.
American Gangster is my favorite movie.
That is
anything with a cartel. Go build me a underground. I'm going to Mexico.
Friend,
I'm going to go get it and I'm gonna bring it back.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, I did. I've seen that so many times. See, when you talk about gangster, that's a different kind. I'm talking about let's go get the work. Let's bring it back. Let's do it. Let's do these power moves. Scarface, like those type of things where it's like we're building an empire. Oh, I'm stuck every time. Like any of those, I cannot get out of them.
You want to be a drug?
Yeah, Griselda. Oh my God.
Oh, that was kind of good.
It was bomb.
It was kind of
like
good.
Coming from the
but when I
bottom
found out, it was some things left out of it, and so it made me not like it as much. But it was pretty good.
Yeah, those are my type of movies right there, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fall for it every time.
Scarface was like, yeah, I lost my virginity to that movie.
To my little friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a great episode. I want you to tell us our outro today, if you remember it.
Well, I wasn't done.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you got?
Did I write it down? Oh, be thankful. That's what it was. Be thankful for today because you never know what later brings.
You ain't say it with your heart.
But it was because it's yours.
You want a different one? You come on with it.
No, I wanted you to say it.
Be thankful for today because tomorrow.
Nope.
Okay, I forgot it, y'all. We'll try again next episode. Thank y'all for coming.